While emphasizing the need to end the conflict, U.S. Speaker of the House Mike Johnson stated that there is no appetite for another funding bill for Ukraine.
We need an end to the conflict, and I can tell you that our European allies understand the necessity of this as well. It's drug on too long. By some estimates, Russia's lost almost 700,000 troops, maybe more. The Ukrainians have suffered great losses. We have to bring an end to the conflict. President Trump is exactly right. It's time for it to end, and he is the brute force, I think, that can make that happen.
Well, the former Ukrainian President Petro Poroshenko advocated for a softer diplomatic approach with the U.S. following tensions between Kyiv and Washington. Poroshenko urged Zelensky to take a calmer approach with Trump and offered to visit Brussels or Washington with parliamentarians and experts to boost Ukraine's diplomacy. He also called for a coalition government and an end to the presidential office's political monopoly. Poroshenko was hit last week by official sanctions imposed on security grounds and has been under investigation in connection with various allegations. And for more, we have Anil Thomas joining us on this. Well, Anil, good morning. Given the recent tensions between Trump and Zelensky, how do you think Keith Kellogg's trip to Ukraine will impact U.S.-Ukraine relations and, of course, the ongoing negotiations?
Good morning, Lepachi. Well, it's very much on expected lines. This particular, dialogue that's happening, it's almost cold-shouldering U.S.-Ukraine relations. And it's also affecting European Union, the European countries that are behind it, because it's going in a big way in, once again, putting somewhere Ukraine in solitude, but it also benefits Russia in a big way, because Russia is looking forward to this kind of a dialogue where US and Russia are on the table. There's no Ukraine, there's no European Union on the table. So it leaves a lot to be desired, but, we'll have to wait and watch on the finer print of this particular dialogue that's coming. But clearly, there seems to be more of autonomy between US and Russia that's growing, but less of US-Ukraine relationship that's taking a big hit.
All right, Anil, also if you talk about how do recent tensions between the US and Ukraine, including Elon Musk's criticisms and the...
Purely for Ukraine to gain. Ukraine has more to lose in this entire gambit. There is no elections that are taking place in Ukraine. Trump has indicated him to be of a dictator. So in all, it's a losing window for Ukraine. But what Ukraine is hoping against hope is that, there could be an end to the war, there could be an end to the crisis that's on, and somewhere deep down they could, get out of this trouble. Because remember, close to 8 million people have been displaced in Ukraine, and, many have left the country. So all in all, it's a hope against hope that you can get something out of the table. But remember, two big issues that they have raised, both not being considered by US, clearly leaves them with a lot to lose, less to gain.
Right, Anil. Thank you so much for those details.